A tale of two halves for Bangladesh in the final of the Asia Cup 2018. They were 120 without loss in the 21st over, and they have collapsed to 222 all out. 121 of those runs gloriously off the bat of Liton Das, who gets 50 plus score for the first time in ODI cricket. Kuldeep Yadav led the charge. Kedar Jadhav broke the partnership, and in response, India now need only 223, where at one stage we were really looking at Bangladesh posting that 260, 270 that Shahriar Nafees wanted on the pre-show. This is ESPNcricinfo Match Day with our technology partner Vivo. Sanjay Manjrekar, Dasgupta also with me. What about that then, Deep? What a glorious comeback by India.
Oh, absolutely, as you mentioned, but we were also discussing this is the reason why they're slotted. We were talking about the batting order and why the batting order and so on and so forth. And these are one of the reasons. If you look at the shots that Mushfiqur played, the shot that Mohammedullah played, that kind of tells you why they want to bat at 6 and 4 and all those things.
If you have to focus on the second half of that innings, is it India exceptional to claw back or Bangladesh gifting them allowing them to come back into this?
I think India exceptional to the clawback because the class of Kuldeep Yadav, he keeps looking for wickets. Even with the second last ball of his spell, he got Mashrafi Murtaza out. So this is a bowler who looks to get wickets. Kedar Jadhav has been a great bonus for India in this tournament. He's bowled 9 overs twice. He's bowled 7 overs once. He's bowled 8 overs once. So he's been that unexpected bonus. Got 2 good wickets today. And we experts always before the match or any batting effort starts, we say a good start is needed. For a big score, you need a good start. There you go. Bangladesh had a good start, but not quite the good score.
You know, funny enough, we ended the pre-show on this, Shahriar, that when they lose a couple of wickets, they've got guys like Mushfiqur and Mohammedullah who know how to then resurrect the innings or pick it up from after a little collapse. Today they had the start. What happened?
I think some bad shots. When we had a very good start, then we had a very good platform to score a big total. But I think the wickets of Mushfiq and Mohammedullah was very crucial. If these two guys was there, they could have a partnership going and probably would have ended scoring something around 250, 260. But you know, it's always the finish which is important. It's not the start, how you end. That's important, and Bangladesh didn't do well, didn't end in a good note.
And that's exactly what we speak of Bangladesh, that whatever happens, they somehow finish well. Okay, I'm going to talk about Liton Das in just a minute. But before that, since we're focusing on a great opportunity lost, we built up the pre-show with Mushfiqur and Mohammedullah. In those two situations, Sanjay, I'd like you to talk about Mushfiqur's choice of shot where he showed the toe end of the bat, about a dozen times, gutted with himself. And I want you, Deep, to talk about Mohammedullah, who also at that time, the crucial sort of stage, where did he get out? 4 for 150 in 32 overs. So Mushfiqur first.
Difficult shot to pull up, but this is a guy who's in form. If you look at the ball, I mean, we won't get to see it right now, but the ball was short, but it was very low on bounce, and he was trying to get under the ball and hit it for a 6. I think that is where I think the mistake happened. That's one of the more difficult shots to play when the ball is low and you're trying to hit it up to hit a 6 and mistimed it, got a toe end of the bat. So I think a faulty shot. But there was, like Deep mentioned about, when to send Mushfiqur Rahim in when there's a score on the board. Yeah. The ideal time for Mushfiqur was to come when they had that 120 run opening stand at the fall of the first wicket.
Deep on Mohammedullah?
Before that, can I just add to what Sanjay Bhai said is, start of the show we mentioned how do you stop him. That's how you stop him, because initially in his innings he does not, if he's looking for big hits as an opposition, you're happy, because that's not his game, and that's what exactly happened. He was looking for a big shot there, the way he got out. Talking about Mohammedullah, listen, he was struggling. He's got let me just
4 of 16.
4 of 16. So
he's trying to release shot.
But my point is, you're batting at number 6, and you know that you don't have too much of tail, so to say, to wag. You're playing with a one batsman shot today. He had that responsibility. He's a senior pro. He could have actually played a few more dot balls, but the idea was to stay there for long, and that's the reason we talk about
unless he's been given the role to go out there and start belting the bowlers and push the run rate along, but chose the wrong bowler. Kuldeep Yadav is not the bowler to slog against. There are some of the other bowlers. Chahal didn't bowl as well as he could, so he could have gone after him. Maybe the seamer picked the wrong bowler.
Okay, last word from you, Shahriar, on Mushfiqur, because then we will focus on Liton Das and how good that innings was. But like we said in the pre-show, Mushfiqur at times, great when he comes in early with a lot of wickets falling because he knows how to build the innings from there. At 136 in the 27th over, you're going at over 5 and over. Is Mushfiqur at times, or is a batsman at times guilty of not knowing when to take off or how to attack, especially a man of Mushfiqur's temperament?
No, I don't think so. I think he knows his game very well, and that's why he has been successful. But I totally agree with the panel that yes, when we had a very good partnership, we could have sent Mushfiq because it could have kept the momentum going, and he has been our best batsman in this tournament. So if Mushfiq went there and then Mithun Bangladesh's way, but what happened? Then we sent he doesn't bat. These are the things about Bangladesh's batting. But good start.
Fair enough. To be fair, this wicket. So why is it such a big deal if the momentum has been arrested in those 4 or 5 overs? Mushfiqur coming in at 4 seemed fine.
Yes, but also
you would have wanted him to come at 3. Yeah.
Because Deep made an excellent point in the morning, the afternoon show that Mushfiqur should come in when there are overs left, so that depending on how many overs are left, and after 120 for 1. But that is not the reason why Bangladesh failed to cash in on a good start. Let's also give credit to the class of the Indian bowling. Now, Indian one-day cricket, biggest strength is their bowling. And it came to the fore. Shahriar mentioned that, pick out the weaker bowler to hit. So if Bumrah is not giving you runs, look for somebody else to hit. So they had to go after, say, somebody like a Jadeja or a Bhuvaneshwar Kumar or a Chahal. They're all very good bowlers. So India's bowling attack showed its class despite a good start, and it's a good batting pitch. It's not one of those Turner that we got in the tournament. So this is India's class bowling coming up with the goods again.
But would you also agree, all of you, that at that point in time, do you think the Bangladeshi team got a little greedy and thought, listen, we could get...
See, what happened, there's also another angle. Mushfiqur Rahim has just got a 99. And Mithun after him also. Both of them in-form batsmen got out early. So that happens. You carry the form from the last game. The confidence is there. So you want the in-form batsman to carry on and get runs in the next match. So both those batsmen failed. And that was crucial in Bangladesh, not getting the target they want.
Okay, let's focus on the good side of Bangladesh. 220 is still something they can bowl to. And they have Liton Das to thank. Coming into this Asia Cup, he had a highest score in ODI cricket of 36. He got
so Liton
41.
did we expect? Liton did we expect that he would go on to get such a big score?
I'll let you try and raise the bar a little on that. But why not? But why not? Liton, did we expect that Liton Das would end up registering his first ODI ton in this final? 121 is what he's managed. It's his first 50-plus score in ODIs. It is by far his highest score in ODI cricket. He only had 140, 230s and 120 in 18 innings in ODI cricket before this. 17 innings in ODI cricket before this. Deep Dasgupta?
I thought he paced it beautifully. He played some lovely shots, especially against the spinners, sweeping them. If you look at that 23 and 45, predominantly were sweeps, all kinds of sweep. And I'm not surprised, he's a wicket keeper, so I expect the wicket keepers to sweep. Apart from Dhoni, as Sanjay mentioned, I haven't seen anyone who doesn't sweep. But the other part was, after he got that 100, I think he got his 100 in the 86th delivery or something like that. But post that as well, he kept going. I mean, he got out to a really good ball. He got out to a good piece of wicket keeping.
Very marginal call that was.
I'll come to that too,
Yeah, so the idea was, even though he hasn't scored a 50 before this innings, but when you saw that innings, it seemed like he knew and he was ready to play a long innings and stay there till the end.
We saw Mithun get runs in the last match. We've seen Liton get runs in the last match. This batsman, I think, convinces us more than Mithun. So,
Shahriar, you said that you wanted the younger batsmen to step up. It's about time someone other than Tamim and Shakib and Mushfiq get runs. And the point that Deep makes, at 50, there was something that Mashrafi Mortaza's signaled from the dressing room. You can help me, your Bengali is a little better than any of us. What was he suggesting? It seemed like play a long innings, and boy did Liton Das not respond.
It was very good signal from the very good leader. He wanted Liton to carry on and score a big innings, and that's what he has done. Like playing with him, seeing him bat. This is the kind of Liton Das ball, and the class of this is the technique of Liton Das. He's a very good player.
So if he did this, he thought Bada Maro, so play a big shot. So he tried that. Fortunately, got dropped, and then he understood playing a Bada innings, long innings.
I'm glad you're living up to my little bit.
So the bar is raised.
Now, all the comments on our Facebook Live are entirely directed towards whether Liton Das was robbed of an even higher score today, because you're not in agreement, at least the Bangladeshi fans, of what Rod Tucker decided after multiple replays, that he was just out to Kuldeep Yadav. Deep, Sanjay, Shahriar, if y'all are the third umpire after what you've seen, are you giving that out? Deep.
Thank God I'm not the third umpire. But having said that, listen, I think it was a very close call, but I thought the foot was on the line. So I'd go with Rod Tucker.
Sanjay.
When you take multiple replays to find out what exactly happened, the benefit of doubt should go to the batsman.
Shahriar?
Definitely, the benefit of the doubt should go to the batsman.
Okay, so we are 2-1 in favor of Liton Das.
Yeah, when you have so
having
many
gotten a
replays, you put the zoomer on, the lens, you magnified everything and it's still wondering whether it's on the line, that there's something behind the line. Might as well go in favor of the batsman like you do with no balls.
Do you call that a bad call though, or a howler? Do you call it that?
No. I think he was just a little unlucky because just shade. It was, splitting hairs.
Let's focus in a larger discussion of just how Kuldeep Yadav was and got into bowl in just after the 10th over. They brought in his spinners early, Rohit Sharma, after seeing Bumrah and Bhuvaneshwar not quite as effective as they were. Sanjay, you have a lot of time for Kuldeep Yadav, and every time you see him bowl, not just in the middle but at the death, you're impressed.
Yes, this is a guy who wants to get wickets, and I mentioned earlier as well, bowling the second last over of his spell. He had bowled 9.4 overs, 46 runs. Anybody else would have liked to finish with, a couple of dot balls and have 2 for 46 in his name. He went for the third wicket.
And he flighted one to Mashrafi, who hit him for
outside
6,
the
just hit
offside.
him for 6.
Yeah, in the same over. So this is a guy who's looking for wickets, and he's the only one who's bowled 10 overs today, right, in that Indian bowling lineup.
True.
So Rohit Sharma is backing the right horse, and this is where India's one-day cricket has changed since Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav have come in, and India's strength now in one-day cricket is their bowling, and that came through again today. If India win today, it's their bowlers that have really put in the match-winning impact once more.
But I just want to quickly add, what he mentioned is absolutely spot on. But the other thing is, from the other end, you have someone like Chahal who's not giving away runs. You have Kedar who's not giving too many runs, leaking runs. So that also kind of encourages someone like Kuldeep to, try and go for wickets, even if that means getting hit for a few sixes, because the other end is also important. If the other end, someone like Chahal or Kedar is giving away or leaking runs, then it becomes a little bit more difficult for someone like Kuldeep to kind of toss the ball.
But if you're still encouraged to be just looking to take wickets, which I'm sure both Virat and Rohit do, he'll keep doing that, because that is his style, that is his way of taking wickets. There's just one little change. I don't know whether we got that
the trajectory
little
of the
data of the line of the googly.
Let's run that for you. Whatever you want, Sanjay.
So
Your wishes are command. Yes.
Yeah, just watch. This is one over from Kuldeep Yadav. Just watch where the ball is going. Now, this is his googlies, which he pitches outside the leg stump. And whenever he's looking to bowl the leg spinner, it's pitched outside the off stump to the right hand. And now, these are all the balls that are pitched outside the leg stump, which means leg before is gone.
Yeah.
What I'd like to see Kuldeep Yadav do is bowl that wrong one, the googly outside the off stump as well. So then, the batsman is not sure whether this is a ball that's coming back in or leaving him, because the line is the same, and he'll start getting those balls to be edged to first. He can keep a slip, and actually when batsmen are looking to play for a ball coming back in, and if it's a googly, he'll get one out there, he'll get through the gate as well. Anything that's pitching outside the leg stump, his sort of chances of getting wickets sort of dwindle.
That having been said, Liton
Having
Das
said
seemed
that, he's
to
got
pick
3
him.
wickets.
Liton Das seemed to pick him well, and you believe that as a keeper, any keeper batsman or most keeper batsmen should be able to.
Most keeper batsmen should, unless you have someone like Rashid or someone who's very difficult to pick.
Or he's a South African wicket keeper.
Fair enough.
That's better, Sanjay.
Bar constantly going up.
But especially from the subcontinent, if you're a wicket keeper from the subcontinent, I would expect them to pick from the hand. The other important thing is a lot of people, if you're not picking from the hand, the other way you look at it is the line and the trajectory of the bowler. If like Sanjay Bhai mentioned, if the line is on the leg stump, chances are 90% of the times you're sure it's a googly. So you take that away from the batsman as well and kind of try and confuse him further if you're bowling.
Murli did that virtually all his career. A legendary bowler like Murli took a long time to realize that his dusra, when he used to bowl to the right-hander, would pitch on middle and leg, and his off-spinner would pitch outside the off-stump. So a lot of batsmen just came to know that this is going to be a dusra just by watching the line. Then he started bowling those 2 deliveries on the same line, and I think Kuldeep Yadav should start doing that as an experiment.
Okay, the world's gone 360 degrees from Muralidharan, an off-spinner, to Kedar Jadhav, an off-spinner. But Shahriar Nafees, his first wicket was off Mehdi Hassan, that partnership. So there are two aspects. One, again, Kedar Jadhav is just so tricky to get away. And second, the fact that Mehdi Hassan walked out to open the batting. I wonder what you made of it.
It was a very strange decision, but as soon as he walked into the middle, I knew it was match. It was Mashrafi who took this chance, because he is the guy who takes these chances. We know about Mashrafi, this kind of decisions when we play with him in the domestic. I think what probably he had spoken to me is just go out there and bat. We are having a bad start, so you don't have any pressure. You could go and bat. You know, Mehdi has always been a good batsman. In under 19, he has batted number 4,
But what could be the reason?
number 5. Reason probably what is sometimes Mashrafi does it. You know, sometimes he does this kind of. You cannot intellectually you will not find any reason behind it. Probably it was
Instinct
kind of a gamble.
Okay, we're just trying to re-establish the line with Shahriar, and I'm sorry if we're not getting exactly what he's saying, but Shahriar Nafees stating that it was Mashrafi Mortaza, it was typical of him, or at least instinctively of the captain.
I was just thinking whether he was worried about the batting.
So if
depth,
they drop
added a
Mominul
little
Hassan
more,
and if you
yeah.
put Mehdi up, that somewhat lengthens the batting.
Sort of a
order.
sacrificial.
I've got
lamb within
Shahriar
the
back. Shahriar, just word on that. We're just thinking since Mominul was out and Nazmul was in, maybe that would have just given a little more insurance to just lengthen the batting order.
I think today we had a decent lineup. The batting order was not that bad. It was a good batting lineup. And what I was saying, Mehdi has been a good batsman in under 19s. He has batted to the bat. Probably at this moment he is not known to, but based on our good start.
Okay, I can see that the comments on the Facebook Live are just not ending with regards to the Litton thing, saying India's had a few rough
was
calls as
eventually
well from the umpires in the last game. So that is
Eventually,
an
in the
unending
larger
battle.
scheme of things, it was a Litton matter.
I'm allowing for some moments while that sinks in. Let's look ahead. I should end the show right now on that. But let's look ahead. 223 is what India need. You think this is going to be easy, or is there still a twist that we can expect?
As cliches go,
Yes.
the first 10 overs are going to be important. The opening partnership is going to be very important because
Bangladesh had an opening partnership. Huh?
No, but for India, it's a different case because obviously, I mean, bulk of the scoring throughout this tournament and throughout last 2 years has been the top 3 batsmen. So yeah, I mean, a lot of it. I mean, if in the first 10 overs they manage to get, especially one of the openers and maybe another wicket, that could be an interesting game.
They might need a little bit of luck, Bangladesh. Sanjay.
Yes, absolutely.
Can we end it now?
Well, I think India likely to win, but I said the same thing in the last match. I said Pakistan should win it. Didn't happen.
Well done. All right. Shahriar, Mehdi Hassan to take the new ball as well. Do something that very few people in international cricket have done. Open the batting and the bowling.
I think Mehdi will open, and Bangladesh has a very big task ahead of him.
Very well. Shahriar Nafees, this is where
Thank
we
you,
say
sir.
thank you to you. You'll be leaving us. We won't get your thoughts for the post show, but a pleasure having your thoughts on through this Asia Cup, and we hope to hear from you again soon. Thank you very much, Shahriar.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Sanjay, Deep, we have to sit for a few more hours with Sanjay, but
And you as
it's
well.
no little matter. Yeah. We will be back with Manjrekar and Dasgupta to review the Asia Cup. So join us for our post show on ESPNcricinfo Match Day with our technology partner Vivo. For now, the equation is simple. India need 223 to win this Asia Cup.